You can save consistently for 30 years, invest responsibly, avoid debt, and still lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not because the market crashed, not because you picked bad stocks, but because of one quiet financial advice mistake most people never question. If you're working hard to build wealth, this is worth understanding now. Many people assume their financial advisor is automatically on their side. They believe, if I'm paying for advice, it must be in my best interest. But the system is not always that simple. On personal finance forums, you often see posts like, "I've been paying 1% for years. Is that normal?" Take Michael, 41, engineer. He hired an advisor recommended by a colleague. He felt relieved. Someone else was handling investments. Years later, he discovered layered fees. 1% advisory fee, plus fund expense ratios around 0.8%. He wasn't failing, but his growth was slower than he thought. And over decades, slow matters. The core idea is simple. Small percentage fees compound negatively, just like returns compound positively. If your portfolio earns 7% annually, but you pay 1% in advisory fees, your effective return becomes 6%. That 1% difference sounds small, but over 30 years, it can reduce final wealth by 20 to 30%. On investing communities like Bogleheads and Reddit's personal finance threads, this question appears constantly. Is 1% really that bad? The math says it can be. It's not about distrust. It's about understanding compounding. Compounding works like gravity. It pulls consistently over time. If $100,000 grows at 7% for 30 years, it becomes about $761,000. At 6%, it becomes about $574,000. That's nearly $200,000 difference. Research from Retirement Industry Reports shows advisory fees commonly average around 1% of assets annually. That fee continues every year, even in down markets. The pitfall is psychological. People focus on annual cost. They ignore lifetime cost. And because the money is deducted quietly, it doesn't feel painful. Let's look at 3 real-world patterns. First, Michael. Before, he believed professional management guaranteed better outcomes. After reviewing fee disclosures and running projections, he shifted to a flat-fee fiduciary planner charging $3,000 per year instead of 1% AUM. On a $600,000 portfolio, that reduced annual costs by several $1,000s. Second, Laura, 35, pharmacist. She posted online asking if her advisor was fee-only or fee-based. She learned that fee-based can still include commissions. She asked one question in writing: "Are you a fiduciary 100% of the time?" The hesitation in the response made her reconsider. She later chose a fiduciary planner listed through NAPFA. Third, David and Angela, mid-50s. They discovered some mutual funds in their portfolio carried expense ratios above 1.2%. They switched to low-cost index funds around 0.05%. The difference over their remaining 15 to 20 working years was projected to be over $120,000. None of them were reckless. They were simply unaware. Here is what you can do. Step 1. Check your total cost today. Add advisory fee plus fund expense ratios. Step 2. Ask directly. Are you a fiduciary to me 100% of the time? Request it in writing. Step 3. Run a simple projection. Compare 7% growth versus 6% over 20 to 30 years using an online calculator. Step 4. Consider alternatives. Flat fee planners, hourly advice, or partial DIY with periodic review. Constraint. Do not make emotional decisions. Review calmly. Measurement. If total annual cost exceeds 1.5 to 2%, pause and investigate. Adaptation. If your advisor provides tax planning, estate coordination, and behavioral coaching, the fee may be justified. But know the numbers first. The mistake is not hiring an advisor. The mistake is ignoring how fees compound over decades. 1% sounds harmless. Over 30 years, it is not. Compounding works both ways. Michael didn't change his discipline, he changed his cost structure. That shift alone altered his projected retirement outcome. Understand the math, then decide calmly. Once you understand how fees affect compounding, it naturally raises another question. If costs quietly shape long-term outcomes, what other small financial habits are influencing your future without you noticing? You don't need to overhaul your entire plan tonight. Start with awareness. Review one statement, ask one question, run one projection. If you want more calm discussions about long-term financial decisions, you're welcome to subscribe. But most importantly, protect your compounding. 30 years passes faster than you think.